My mom forgot a plate for my daughter at Christmas. Said there wasn't enough because she upset the golden grandchild. Meanwhile, he got seconds. I didn't say a word. I took our gifts and we left. At 9:47 p.m., Dad wrote, "Rent due tomorrow." I didn't make a scene. My name is Alex. I'm 35, an IT support lead, older brother by 4 years, husband to Sarah, and dad to a 7-year-old named Lily, who I adopted when she was 3. I'm the one who labels the holiday bins, keeps a battery drawer, and shows up early with folding chairs just in case. I don't drink much. I don't shout. I fix Wi-Fi and wobbly tables. My family likes me because I'm useful. Christmas at my parents' house is a ritual. Plastic nativity that's older than me. A paper snowman with one eye. Mom's playlist is the same burned CD from 2008. My brother Nate pulls in late with his son Max, 9 and wild, the golden grandchild. Mom calls him my little man, like the rest of us are renters. We walk in carrying casserole and cookies. Sarah's hand is on Lily's shoulder. Lily brings a wrapped drawing for Nana. Stick figures holding hands under a crooked tree. She looks up at me like, "Is this okay?" I smile. Perfect. Coats on the chair. Mom says bustling. Shoes off. Floors just got done. Dad nods at me. "Help me with the roast, champ." Lily peeks into the dining room. The table is set. Red runner, 8 plates, shiny forks, she points. "Where do I sit?" Next to me, I say. Mom claps. Everyone to the table. She sits a plate in front of Max before he sits. He's already chewing. There's a second helping waiting on a side dish. He grins like he owns a bank. Lily slides into her chair. She looks at the placemat. There's no plate, no fork, just a bare square with a smear where a candy cane melted last year. I keep my voice light. "Hey, Mom, we need a place setting for Lily." Mom doesn't look up. There wasn't enough. She upset Max. Remember? Sarah presses her knee against mine. "What?" Nate shrugs. She bumped his tower. It was cups. Lily whispers. I said sorry. Mom waves a hand. We don't reward bad behavior. Max reaches for seconds. Mom serves him with a laugh. Growing boy. Lily folds her hands in her lap. Her mouth is a small line. I hear my own voice come out flat. "We're going to head out." Mom's smile turns sharp. "Alex, don't be dramatic." Nate smirks. "Dude, it's Christmas. I stand. Sarah stands. Lily stands. We take the gifts we brought. Still wrapped. No one tries to stop us. Dad watches, quiet as it turned off TV. On the porch, the air is knife cold. I open the car. Lily climbs in and buckles without a sound. Sarah's eyes are wet but calm. I didn't say a word. I tell myself, hands on the wheel, we're not making a scene. We pull away, the house shrinks in the mirror. The burned CD keeps playing behind the door we closed. I don't check my phone, not yet. We adopted Lily after a year of classes, inspections, and forms thick as bricks. The day the judge banged the gavel, Lily clutched a stuffed fox and whispered, "Am I yours now?" I said, "Forever," and meant it so hard it hurt. My parents told me they were proud. They took a photo with the judge. Mom framed it and put it on a side table between 2 pictures of Max. At family dinners, she'd point to the adoption photo like a souvenir from a trip we took once. Nate was neutral about it, until he realized adoption didn't involve baby showers with gift registries. He calls Lily your girl like there's a distance he can't be bothered to cross. Max calls her not really cousin, which he probably didn't invent. Money sits on the table in our family the way salt does. Always there, used without thinking. When I got my first help desk job, Mom started texting quick favors. The internet bill was confusing. The car insurance was time sensitive. Nate needed a bridge loan between bartending shifts. Dad's back went out and suddenly I was covering for a month stretched to 3. Sarah is a nurse. She works nights sometimes. We don't swim in money, but we plan. We say no to vacations and yes to dental. We budget, we refill the savings with a scoop the size of a spoon. Every December, the choreography repeats. Mom assigns dishes and slips in a big ticket item to us because we're reliable. Turkey once, ham twice. You get points on your card, she says. Like points are a currency we can feed our kid. When I ask to split costs, Mom gets soft. Don't make this about money, sweetheart. Nate gets loud. Dude, I'm between gigs. He's been between gigs for 3 years. Max never seems to run out of new shoes. Before Christmas this year, Mom called with her cheerful voice. Can you grab the roast and the good napkins, the ones with the gold edge and wine? 2 reds, 1 white. Oh, and plates. Ours are chipped. You know where to find a deal. I said we can bring sides and dessert. That's our cap. She went quiet for a beat. It's Christmas, Alex. Don't nickel and dime the season. Sarah squeezed my hand. I said, We've got our own bills. Nate chimed in on the family chat. Don't start. Then a photo of Max at a trampoline park captioned, worth it. 2 days later, Dad sent a screenshot of utilities went crazy this month with a number that looked round and fake. I asked for the bill. He wrote, "It's complicated." That's his shorthand for don't ask questions. We kept our heads down. Lily made cards for everyone with stick stars and the word Nana spelled Nona. She practiced a little Merry Christmas speech because she likes speeches now. School does that to kids. That morning, setting out Lily's tights, I thought we can survive one dinner. Smile, nod, leave at a normal time. Don't be the problem. At the house, the first hit came quick. There wasn't enough. Lily's empty spot. Max's seconds. The whole room bending around one child like gravity. I felt the old thing crawl up my spine. The part of me that runs interference that says, fine, I'll fix it. Just stop yelling. But I looked at Lily's hands, folded like a prayer, and something even older woke up. We left. Back home, I heated chicken nuggets. Sarah added carrot sticks. We ate on the couch under a blanket that smells like laundry soap. Lily watched a movie and did the running commentary kids do. Look, a dog. She didn't mention the table. She didn't ask why. After she brushed her teeth and curled up with the fox, I checked my phone. 9 missed calls from Mom, 4 from Dad, 2 from Nate. A new family chat banner. We need to talk about Alex. A text from Mom. Please don't embarrass us with a scene. I hadn't said a word. At 9:47 p.m., Dad finally texted me directly. Rent due tomorrow. That was new. Not a reminder. Not we're tight. Not can you help? Just a sentence that assumed my wallet belonged to him. I stared at the screen. Sarah saw my face. What now? I held up the phone. She closed her eyes and exhaled. Of course. We didn't answer. We put Lily to bed, turned off the tree lights, and sat at the small kitchen table that we paid for with a coupon and a weekend of sanding. Tomorrow, Sarah said, we handle it tomorrow. She didn't mean the rent. She meant the pattern. I lay awake longer than I should have. I replayed Lily's hands on a bare placemat and the way my mother looked at me when I asked for a plate, like I'd asked her to split the ocean. Around midnight, my phone buzzed again. Nate in the group. Bro, you made Max cry. Pay the rent and stop being weird. My thumb hovered. I put the phone face down. I slept. Not well, but I slept. Morning, quiet apartment, pale winter light, coffee that tastes like waking up. Lily patted out in fuzzy socks. Is today still Christmas? She asked. It's the day after, I said. Which means pancakes! She grinned. Chocolate chip, obviously. Sarah kissed the top of my head and left for a short shift. Text me, she said. Anything. Everything. After pancakes, I opened my banking app because that's what you do when you're about to be told what to do with your money. Grocery transaction from yesterday, the sides and dessert we brought. Gifts we bought for their house from the kids. Draw names. Tradition that somehow never drew Max's name to us. 40 minutes gone to math and a chest tightness I know too well. The family chat was already hot. Mom, we are all disappointed in how you handled last night. Aunt Lisa, let's remember it's the Lord's Day. Nate, you owe Dad rent. Dad, new system this month. I'll send link. I typed and erased 3 starts. Then I did something simple. I scrolled up and saved a photo from last night. The dining table with 8 plates and a blank square. I saved the video of Max getting served seconds while Lily sat with her hands in her lap. I saved the voice note where Mom said there wasn't enough. Then I wrote, last night you didn't set a place for my daughter. You said there wasn't enough because she upset Max. He got seconds. We left. I sent the photo. I sent the 10-second video. The typing dots exploded. Mom, you are taking things out of context. Nate, dude, be a man and stop whining. Dad, we'll talk later. Rent first. Link coming. Mom, Lily should learn consequences. I answered. For being 7? Nate sent a clown emoji. Then grow up. I took a breath and went to my notes app. If I had to be the boring person with receipts, fine. I've been in before. I listed 12 months of quick favors. 120 for Dad's car. 200 for Mom's emergency dentist. 70 here for party shortfall. 150 for now, never returned. I totaled it. I took screenshots. Sarah texted me privately. I'm with you. Say the thing. I dropped the screenshots into the family chat. This is last year. I didn't complain, but last night crossed the line. I won't pay your rent. I want 10 things where Lily is treated like less. Do not ask me for money without a bill. Actually, don't ask me for money. Silence, then all at once. Mom, how dare you tally our kindness? Kindness? Dad, pay rent first, argue later. Nate, my kid is not the problem. I answered him. Your kid is not the problem. The way you treat my kid is, he replied. If she didn't knock his build. It was cups, I said, and she apologized. Mom switched tactics. Your father's blood pressure is up. He's stressed. This isn't good for his heart. There it was. The health grenade. The one that means if something happens to him, it's on you. My stomach did the old twist. Then I looked at Lily, who was drawing a fox wearing a scarf, humming to herself. I typed 3 letters. No. Mom. No what? What? No to paying your rent. No to pretending last night was normal. No to being your emergency fund. Dad, Alex. I didn't wait. I left the family phone plan, I paid off my device, started a new plan with Sarah, and sent a polite text. I've moved our numbers. Please remove my line from your account. Practical, clean, no more. Why is Max streaming premium games on my data? I opened email and wrote subject line boundaries. I kept it short. 4 bullets. I will not pay your rent. I will not be part of events where Lily is excluded. I will only discuss money with actual bills attached. Do not contact Sarah about this. I-C-C-D Sarah. I-B-C-C-D myself. The doorbell rang at 10:40. Dad alone, wearing the good coat he saves for weddings and meetings with bank managers. He looked tired, hopeful, a little ashamed. I opened the door with the chain on. Hi, he tried to smile. Let's be men about this. Me, meaning. Come on, he said softly. Help your old man out. 1 month, then we're square. Dad, I said, I adopted a kid. I budget a mortgage's worth of groceries so other people can eat. And last night, my mother told my daughter there wasn't a plate for her. You want me to be a man? Here it is. I'm her father first. He rubbed his face. Your mother gets carried away. She didn't mean it. She meant it enough to say it. He looked past me into our little living room. The crocheted blanket from Sarah's aunt. Lily's drawing of a whale. Our cheap tree with homemade ornaments. He swallowed. We can fix this. We can fix this. I agreed. But not by me paying your rent. He sighed hard. You know your brother doesn't have it. I know, I said. And I'm done carrying what he won't. He stared at his shoes. Your mother will be furious. She already is. He held out an envelope like a weird offering. Then at least take your Christmas card. I took it. I didn't open it. He waited. I didn't move. Okay, he said finally. Okay. He left without yelling. I shut the door and leaned on it. My hand shook like I'd lifted something heavy. Maybe I had. I went back to Lily. Want to help me make cocoa? I asked. She nodded. With marshmallows? With marshmallows! We stirred in circles. The kitchen smelled sweet and sane. My phone buzzed on the counter. I didn't pick it up. Not then. Boundaries feel loud to the people who prefer you quiet. The first few days after Christmas were a chorus. Mom called so much I set her to deliver quietly. Her voicemail started with sweetheart and ended with selfish. In between, she tried every argument. You owe us. We raised you. You embarrassed us. Max didn't sleep. Your father's doctor said stress is bad. Like I control physics. Nate sent a long text that read like a Facebook comment thread. You think you're better than us now because you adopted. You always needed attention. You always wanted to prove you were the good one. Pay rent and shut up. I stared at the word adopted and felt something curdle. I typed, deleted, typed again. Then I wrote, never talk about Lily like she's a prop ever. He replied with 3 laughing emojis and chill. I blocked his number for a week. Bliss. Sarah and I made a whiteboard rule and taped it to the fridge. No one makes Lily small. No one makes Dad small. No one makes Mom small. Lily added a box around Lily. She decorated it with stars. We took Lily sledding on a hill behind the library. Snow squeaked. Our breath hung in the air like little ghosts. Lily shrieked down the slope and crashed into a soft pile, then rolled around laughing. Again. She yelled. We did it again and again and again. Simple joy that asked nothing from us but time. At home, I did tiny normal things that felt like rebellion. I scheduled my own dental checkup. I unsubscribed from the family streaming account and added up how much it had actually cost me with I'll pay you later promises that never arrived. I cooked big and froze portions for later. I put $50 into a savings account labeled boring emergencies. I slept. Day 3. Dad texted me a photo of a scribbled budget. Working on it, he wrote proud. It was half a joke, half a question. I wrote back yes and call this number. I sent him contact info for a senior center counselor who does free money workshops. He replied, your mother won't go. I wrote, you can? He sent a thumbs up. It felt like a crack of light under a heavy door. Mom posted on Facebook about kids these days and respect. A cousin screenshotted it and sent it with, you okay? I answered, we're fine. Thanks for checking. The cousin replied, good for you. Little tiny unexpected votes of confidence. I took them all the way in. On day 5, Mom switched tactics. Come by Sunday, she texted, just you, we'll talk. I replied, no ambushes, public place, library. You apologize to Lily first. She sent a single period, then fine. Sunday afternoon, we sat in the library study room under fluorescent lights that make everyone look like a tax document. Mom wore her nice sweater, Dad wore the coat again. They looked tired in a human way, not a dramatic way. Mom started to speak and looked at the table. I'm sorry if... No if, I said, keeping my voice even. Say it for Lily. She swallowed. I'm sorry I didn't set a place for Lily. Dad cleared his throat. We messed up. Thank you, I said. We don't do that again. Mom's eyes filled. Max is Max. He's sensitive. Lily is sensitive, I said. She's 7. She's ours. She isn't second. Silence stretched. A kid squealed in the children's area. Someone shelved books. Real-life sounds. Dad pulled out a folded paper. About the rent, he said carefully. We'll figure it out. I sent resources, I said. I can help you call. Mom bristled. We're not helpless. Good, I said. Then you don't need our money. She sat back like I'd yanked a cord she'd been leaning on. You're cruel sometimes. I'm boundaried, I said. It looks similar if you're used to me being easy. The study room clock ticked loud as a metronome. Finally, Mom exhaled. We'll go to your counselor place. We'll try. Thank you. We didn't hug. We didn't scorch earth. We set a meeting time. I wrote it down. Dad nodded like he was committing to a diet. Mom dabbed her eye corners with a tissue. Outside the library, my phone buzzed. It was Nate. I almost didn't pick up. I did. He started without hello. Mom's crying. Happy? I'm not happy, I said. I'm not your ATM either. You think I don't want to help? I can't. And you can. That's the difference. He huffed. We're family. Then act like it. He sputtered. You're going to keep Lily from us. You did that, I said, and hung up. At home, Lily showed me a tooth that was kind of wiggly. We high-fived like she'd earned a promotion. We ordered pizza to celebrate. She put a slice on a plate, and then, because she's her, put a second plate next to it and said, This is for my fox. She laughed at herself like she'd nailed the best joke in the world. The week moved. Work tickets, lunches packed, school drop-off with a pink hat. Mom texted me a photo of a budgeting worksheet with 3 empty lines filled. This is stupid, she wrote. Then, but okay. Progress looks weird in my family. I'll take it. One evening, Sarah and I did the audit we'd been avoiding. We opened our shared notes and wrote, What changes? My finger hovered. Then I typed a vacation fund. Sarah's mouth fell open. Are we allowed? She joked. We set up an automatic transfer of $25 every paycheck. Small. Laughably small. Also, everything. At bedtime, Lily whispered, Did I do wrong at Christmas? No, I said, forehead to hers. You did great. Will Nana like me later? That's Nana's job, I said. Your job is to be you. She nodded like she knew. Maybe she does. January came like a clean page. We mailed in Lily's Sharing Day sign-up form. She picked foxes as her topic. Of course she did. Mom sent a group text. Family dinner next month? House rules. Everyone eats. Everyone helps clean. Money covered by hosts. Then she sent another, We're serious. Don't bring food unless you want to. Nate wrote, Lol, what happened to you two? Dad wrote, We're trying something new. I rubbed my eyes and showed the phone to Sarah. She raised an eyebrow. Huh. We RSVP'd with, If there's a plate for Lily, we'll be there. Mom replied, There will be. When the day came, I carried nothing but a salad Lily insisted on making because she's proud of her lettuce washing technique. We walked in. The table had enough plates. It had place cards. Lily said Lily in shaky marker with a sticker star. She lit up like someone had turned on a lamp inside her chest. Mom fluttered. Look, she said, trying too hard. Enough. Lily ran a finger over her name. That's mine, she said. Yes, I said. It is. Dinner felt like holding your breath underwater for a long time, and then breaking the surface to find air still exists. Not perfect, not healed, not equal, but better than there wasn't enough. We ate, we helped clean. We left early because we like our own couch. No one texted rent after. No one scolded me for not bringing a ham. Small miracle stack. At home, I opened the envelope Dad had tried to hand me at our door. It was a photo of me holding Lily in the courtroom the day the judge made it official. On the back, Dad had written, Proud of the man you are learning to, Dad. I showed Sarah. She pressed the farthest corner of the photo with her thumb like she was pinning it to reality. Keep this, she said. I did. This is what I know now. In plain words, I can stick to the fridge. Love without respect is a bill that never stops coming. If I pay it, I teach my daughter to hand over her plate with a smile and call that kindness. I won't. I'm her father. That's my whole job. I didn't make a scene. I made a boundary. I didn't send a speech. I sent screenshots and a number. I didn't slam the door. I locked it and opened it later with terms. Mom still pokes. Nate still sulks. Dad sends pictures of the garden. Dirt to sprouts. Sometimes he adds progress. Sometimes he just adds a green check mark. Fine! Lily's whiteboard rules live on our fridge. No one makes Lily small. No one makes Mom small. No one makes Dad small. She added a fourth last week. Practice letters. Tongue out. Everyone gets a plate. That's it. That's the moral. Everyone gets a plate. If you forget, we leave. When my phone buzzes at 9:47 p.m. now, it's usually a blurry photo of Lily and the fox tucked under a quilt. Both asleep, both pretending. No rent links, no emergency guilt. Just my life, quiet and paid for by us. I didn't make a scene. I just decided who I am in this family. And then I acted like it.